Hey guys, Zillard here, back again with another review, and today, excuse me, and today we will be discovering what other allergies I have. Okay, no. Today we will be having a look at the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series Man-Bat. I'm not sure if you'd call this a deluxe figure or not, but we'll call it that anyway, just in case I get freaking flagged for it. So, yeah, today we're having a look at Man-Bat. He is big to say the least. Before we get into the figure, I do want to get into a few of his smaller accessories before I flip and lose them. And by small, I mean, here is one of them. This is probably the biggest one. This is a tape from the episode this figure is from is actually on Leather Wings. I do believe that is the first episode of animated series, but it comes with a little VHS tape, I believe, or cassette tape with a recorded message on it. I think it's either for Batman or Man-Bat's wife. Them about his crazy abilities. The next are all the same. The next few accessories are all the same. Yeah, these little medicine capsules. You get 3 of them. I assume they're Man-Bat's bat juice, so that's those. Those are really, really small, so do not lose them or you will cry like a baby. And the last, I suppose, accessory we'll say that Man-Bat has, it'll just sit there for a moment, is this stand. Now this stand kind of sucks. This thing doesn't really stay anywhere. The clips are loose. I would much prefer like a clamp that didn't articulate, just clamped onto the figure. That's it. So chances are I will not use this, plus you got that going on, so I don't know why you'd need to adjust that, but you can. It's kind of weird, and then as you can see I just pulled the thing off, so we're going to leave that off. Yeah, we'll just leave that on. It's got the clear rod for the stand right here. Probably use that as a weapon or something. It's nice and semi-durable. And then you got some animation shots, like concept art of Man-Bat. Obviously he's not, at least doesn't look as bulky as this one, but close enough. So those are the main accessories. Now onto the figure. He does come with interchangeable wings, I want to mention, and they do not have any elbow, bicep, or wrist joints. They're just one piece. They do have a hinge up here as well as a rotation. The other wings are a little bit easier to use, so we're just going to pop these out. And I mean, you can easily pop these out. Pop the other ones in. You can do the same thing over here. Pop it out. And then pig this one in. This seems to be the tightest one for whatever reason. I got the one with kind of loose arm joints. I mean, look at that. He flopping around. Well, no, it's not, but it was. Yeah, it's just right in there. It's really sort of limp. I mean, if you pull it out a little bit, it'll tighten up. Once you put it back in, it'll flop down. So, not the best on the arms here. I mean, they are loose in both ways. Kinda. But this one's nice and tight. It stays up. This one I don't think does. Oh, a little bit. If you do that, it'll be fine. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'll probably just have his arm straight down anyway, so it doesn't matter. But they do have the hinge and the swivel, and they rotate a full 360 degrees. Now onto the head sculpt. That is a really good head sculpt. I like it a lot. You can get that in there. My lighting is god-awful terrible. I apologize. There you go. You can see the eyes. One of them's up a little more. Same with the ears. I think this one's higher than this one. So it's got a little asymmetry. No biggie. The head is on a swivel joint. You can, I believe, rotate it full 360. And it does look down a decent amount. So you can look down from a rooftop or something. Nice little line work in the ears as well. So yeah, nothing in the jaw, but doesn't really need it. He's got a rotation up here that's nice and tight, as well as an ab crunch. The one thing I do want to say is I do not like the pegs here and here, but at least they're the same color, is what I'm going to say, and I'm not going to let it detract from the figure that much. And then down here they got rid of the pins in the hip so people can quit complaining. They do have he does have a rotation in the hip up here, that far forward, and then that far back apparently. This other one on mine is kind of stiff, so I don't want to go back all the way. So I do this, maybe no, doesn't make a difference. So they also move out. He's got the gaping crotch pits, but what are you gonna do? That's pretty much a bane with all the DC figures nowadays. They all got gaping crotch pits. He's got a hinge in the knees, single hinge. It doesn't move that much, but it moves a little bit, just enough. And then he's also got a rotation here, and on this side it's a little bit on the loose side, but nothing too bad to worry about. Now this figure stands probably close to another way. I think the other one is. No, it's over here. I think this figure is close to 7 inches tall, because he does dwarf some of the other figures in this line. Everyone dwarfs that Catwoman, though. But otherwise, he is standard 6-inch size. He is a little bit tricky to stand with those hips. I'm not well. The feet, more or less. But then again, I am on a fabric sort of material, so it's not going to be the easiest thing to have him stand. So, semi-leaning up against the backdrop. Overall, Man-Bat is a sweet figure. I do like it. I dig it. This figure is $25 here in my area, so I think it's worth every penny. You get you get the bang for your buck. The quality is good. It's a nice heavy figure too. The DC UCs aren't as heavy as this guy. And typically he will stand on a stiffer surface, so like, knock on wood, right? Most likely he'll stand fine on that, so he'll go good on your shelf, or you can have him hanging with the fishing line with these wing bits on. So, I'm going to give this guy a 10 out of 10, because even though I do have a few gripes, they're probably just on mine. So, I'm not going to let it detract from the figure. Only thing I don't really care for are the pinholes in the shoulders and on the ab crunch. But I can see past that, because the sculpt is great. The quality is really up to snuff on this. This thing is better than Marvel Legends, guys. Better than that. So, I would recommend this over any of them new Marvel Legends all day long. So, or really DC 6-inch, because, Either way, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10, and this is going to be probably, if not a runner-up, in the top 10 figures of 2015. So, stay tuned for that at the end of the year, guys, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Okay, you just ambushed us. See ya.